If I called a Hindu a Muslim, I said, guess what, Hindu guy? You're not a Hindu, you're actually a Muslim. He'd be so offended, he wouldn't like it. But guess what? They're doing that to us. And like, we're not after our rights. We're not crying over there and like pounding and protesting and say, what about the Sikhs? What about the Sikhs? In reality, we're saying, what about humanity? They kidnapped him.
Wow.
They kidnapped him. They sent 80,000 police officers. They shut down the whole of Punjab.
Well, you're making a big change because the helicopters are around. Soon you'll have the snipers. That means you're affecting change. And keep it up, because when children look at this, they're very proud of you for standing up for what you believe in.
Part of it, you said you're from Canada?
I'm from Canada.
Okay, what part of Canada?
North of Toronto, about 100 miles north of Toronto, in a very small town. So I teach kids to believe and stick up for what they believe in and to follow their hearts. We teach activism at the school that the children go to. So even though we don't necessarily, we're not fully aware of the cause, it's wonderful to see people sticking up for what they believe in.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'll just tell you a little bit about the cause. Back behind us, there's a gentleman named Bhai Amritpal Singh. He's a good Sikh Khalsa, a initiated Sikh from India. He is actually from India, born in India, went to Dubai, had a family business out there, left the business. As you say about activism, he saw there was problems in the Sikh nation of Punjab, and he said, you know what, I'm going to leave my life as I know it and give myself to righteousness. And he actually went to Punjab, got blessed with Amrit, meaning like gave his life to our Guru.
Okay.
And then said, I'm going to serve humanity. And he's got an organization called What is Punjab there, and they're all about like waking up the youth, waking up humanity, getting people off of drugs, alcohol, poverty, depression. I couldn't do what he's done. 99% of us couldn't do what he's done. But the fact is, that gentleman he had a special blessing by our Guru and God himself, that when he spoke, people listened and he affected real change. So his blessings, we say God bless him, but it's a blessing through the Guru. You know, people that like otherwise their lives are so terrible that they commit suicide, right? Or they get drowned in alcohol and drugs. He went there and woke them up and said, hey, look, there's a new way. There's a way of our Guru that's been forgotten or suppressed, and we should go back to this. And like, you know, like you talk about like a rehab center, this, that, the other, right? This guy was like let's say generations worth of that power, and like hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of young people and old people, everybody left the drugs and alcohol and said, I'm going to change my life.
Wow.
And the government, they don't like that, because they want docile people that are too busy in their own problems to figure out what the evils that are being bestowed upon them, right? And because they saw that this one person through the congregation is waking up a whole nation. So what they did on Saturday, madam, is they kidnapped him.
Wow.
They kidnapped him. They sent 80,000 police officers. They shut down the whole of Punjab. They killed the internet, so we can't communicate with each other, right? To get one guy. And then they went
Mr. Singh, right?
Amritpal Singh. Amritpal Singh. And guess what? They said he got away. So they didn't say we captured him.
Oh, wow.
So they're saying that he got away. Why? So they can disappear him in a fake encounter. They can say he's gone. We don't know where he is. They're torturing him right now. They're torturing the life out of him right now. They could say that he's running and they say shoot him dead. Do you understand?
Yes.
If he's been captured, this due process.
Yes.
Even if let's say it comes out and they say, oh, we have him, we found him. They're charging him under NSA, National Security Act, treating him as a terrorist, as a threat to national security, right? And they can take him not in their local precinct in Punjab. They can take him anywhere in India, not tell anybody where he's at, because of these draconian laws, right? And they don't have to charge him. They can just hold him indefinitely, right? So his parents are worried. His family is worried. They picked up a lot of his brothers, the congregation. They picked them up as well. They've taken them, right? So the whole Sikh nation through the whole world, there's protests going on in Canada, America, Africa, Australia, Punjab, all over the world, right? A lot of the Punjabis don't really know what's going on because there's a blackout, right?
I see.
And madam, why, if you're going after one guy, right? Why would you black out the whole country, the whole, what we say is a country, Punjab? It's really a region, it's our homeland, right?
He's a threat to the government.
He's a threat to the government because when the people know there's an injustice, then the people would wake up and protest against that. And then they made this new law, they put this new act in place to say, you can't congregate more than 4 people.
I see.
A state of emergency, they called it. The crazy thing is, the same thing happened about 40 years ago in 1984. In 1984, they made a media blackout and they killed all of the Sikhs. They killed tens of thousands of us, a Holocaust indiscriminately, shooting us in the head, raping our women, killing our children. This is history. Hey, and you know, the world doesn't know about it. You know, we all know about the Jewish Holocaust. Rightfully so, we should know about that. It's atrocity. We know what Hitler did, but nobody knows what the government did. Nobody knows that Indira Gandhi decimated the Sikhs. Worse than that, in 1984, she actually, a couple of years before, she contacted Margaret Thatcher, our Prime Minister at the time here in England, and said, I've got a problem. It's the Sikhs. What shall I do? Margaret Thatcher, our Prime Minister in the UK, sent over an SAS officer, top-level special forces, to advise the Indian government how to decimate us. You know how we found that out? 30 years later, they accidentally leaked some secret documents that told us the truth. So these governments, when we're protesting the Indian consulate here, right? We're hoping that maybe our government here might do something, but they're all in bed together.
You got it.
Because of trade. They'd rather trade agreements and money than
human rights.
Human rights. They don't care about the human rights. But it's our responsibility that we can speak out in the West, and we will, even if they take our lives. We don't want to die, but if we have to die for righteousness, we will give our lives. That's what we're about. And so right now there's still a media blackout there. Only certain regions are spotting free communication, right? And what they don't understand is, right, if he's done something wrong, then the Sikhs will say he's wrong, get him. We'll say it ourselves, we'll weed out the bad guys. But he's done nothing wrong, he's done everything right. So the government has actually inadvertently woken up a sleeping giant.
Yes.
The Sikhs, all of us are going to unite. We're going to sacrifice our lives. We don't care. We care about righteousness and the right thing. So they've messed up. And you know what, I tell you, we had like this false sense of hope that we thought this happened 40 years ago. 40 years ago, they blacked out this nation and they killed us, they decimated us. That might not happen again. We had hope. But guess what is happening right now? So over the next few weeks, I beg you, pay attention, right? Because they might start killing us indiscriminately. The Punjab is under siege. They've taken hundreds of other innocent people and throw them in jail. This is on the heels of other good Sikhs, other members of our congregation that have done nothing wrong, that are already in prison. Why? Not because of crimes, because they're political prisoners. So these guys are protesting, saying, let those guys out. They've already spent their jail terms, 15, 20, 30 years, and they should be released by law. They did nothing wrong in the first place. They've been kept in captivity. So these guys are protesting. They said, right, all you guys that are activists, like you're teaching your children, like you want your children to be, right? All the activists, they say, right, we're going to take all of you. You're gone now. So that's what's happening in Punjab. All of the guys that are actually doing the work to save humanity and help others serve humanity, they've been disappeared. That's what's going on in the so-called world's biggest democracy. And guess what they're telling the rest of the population? They're telling the population that we want to break up India, that we want to separate ourselves from them. But guess what? Since day one, all we've ever wanted to do is live in peace. Live and let live. You know, we're Sikh, right? Totally different, like, you know, a Christian is a Christian, a Muslim is a Muslim, Hindu is a Hindu, Jew is a Jew. We love them all, we respect them all. We want everybody to be independent, loved and respected. An atheist and an atheist, freedom of religion or freedom from religion. That's what we believe. Nobody should be imposed upon, right? The Hindu government say, oh, guess what? You Sikhs, you're not even Sikhs. You're just a part of Hinduism. Meaning that we have no rights there. They want to forcibly assimilate us. If I called a Hindu a Muslim, I said, guess what, Hindu guy? You're not a Hindu, you're actually a Muslim. He'd be so offended, he wouldn't like it. But guess what? They're doing that to us. And like, we're not after our rights. We're not crying over there and like pounding and protesting and say, what about the Sikhs? What about the Sikhs? In reality, we're saying, what about humanity? We're saying, we're going to fight the powers that be to protect all of humanity. If humanity is under siege, we will stand and fight for you. But the powers that be, the governments are coming after us and killing us. They're saying, kill them while they're weak. Kill them. For the last 40 years we've been destroying them. Destroy this thing called Sikhi, this power. Destroy it completely. Make them so afraid that they cut their beards off, that they take the turbans off, that they act like they're regular people. you understand? The beauty of our nation, the beauty of living in England, America, Canada, the free West, is not so we can assimilate and be the same person, be the same being, is have different cultures, celebrate diversity, and come together in a melting pot as one. So you have your culture, I have my culture, but we live in harmony together. And that's what Sikhs want in India. We want the Muslims, the Hindus, the Christians, the atheists, the whatever your belief is, live in Punjab as brothers under freedom. And we're saying, hey, look, we have no problem with the common Hindu, the common Muslim, the common family. We're all brothers. We love you. If something happens to you, we fight with you. We stand with you. So our activism is not for us alone. Our activism, we're the army of God here to protect and serve humanity, here to protect everybody. You're from Canada, right? You're here yourself. You're my sister. If my sister's getting attacked, I'd give my life for her. If you get attacked, it's my responsibility to give my life for you, and we met 5 minutes ago.
Well, you're making a big change because the helicopters are around. Soon you'll have the snipers. That means you're affecting change. And keep it up, because when children look at this, they're very proud of you for standing up for what you believe in.
And we want the children to know, be who you are, be beautiful, keep that innocence, don't get manipulated. Listen to people like yourself that want to make independent, free-thinking human beings. And you know what Sikhi really is? At the end of the day, it's the expression of freedom of thought. It's our innate ability to be the purest humans we can possibly be. Meaning that we should provide food and protection for the world. Really, it's the responsibility of the government of the world. Really, that would be the thing. The government should provide protection and freedom and support for humanity, but they don't do that.
If you had a message to the kids in northern Canada, what would you say to them? One sec.
Yeah. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Children of Canada, my message to you is, be those beautiful, innocent beings that you are. You don't have to change. You have to remain who you are. What that means is you're already saint-like beings. You have the innocence of God inside you. You have to, the world is going to try taking that away from you. The world is going to try turning into robots, into non-thinking machines. You have to, in education, the best thing you can do is learn how to think critically. So when governments tell you one thing, you have to say, is this the right thing? When the media tries to feed you a line, you have to say, is this the right line? Are they telling me the truth? Are they trying to control me? Or are they trying to actually do something that benefits me? So what you have to do is think critically, think for yourselves, support each other, have healthy bodies, healthy minds, think, what can I do to serve others? If you have the mentality of servitude to humanity and you go forward with that mentality, you can never go wrong. So your lives are important, you are precious, you are our future. Stay connected with the Creator, love each other, remain pure, remain unpolluted. The world is there to pollute you. Don't pollute your minds, don't pollute your body. Stick with the good people and learn from them and take it to the next level and heal the world. We're all here to heal each other, love each other, serve each other, and heal the world. We love you, we support you.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.